Well, the pressure's on. Why is that, you ask? Because of this. Valentine's Day is almost here, and I believe my wife thinks that I'm losing my romantic spark. For example, look what happened last year.
Happy Valentine's Day!
Aw, you shouldn't have.
It's a picture of me.
Really? Todd, you're losing your romantic spark.
All right, so maybe I'm losing some of my romantic flair, but I think I can get it back. There's one thing in life that's never steered me wrong, and that's the movies. What if I find some of the most romantic movies ever made and immerse myself in those films? Maybe then I can learn how to wow my wife this Valentine's. But there's only one problem. I don't watch romantic films. Where do I begin?
We're going to start at the very beginning from 1934 Columbia Pictures classic, It Happened One Night, starring Clark Gable and Claudette Colbert, who were loaned to the studio and went on to win the Oscar for Best Actor and Best Actress. This is considered the first ever romantic comedy, and it's a story about an upper-class woman who is escaping her trappings, and she is followed by a reporter who pretends not to know who she is, and the more time they spend in each other's company, the more likely that the sparks will fly.
Movie number one, here we go. Perhaps you're interested in how a man undresses. Funny thing about that, quite the interesting study in psychology. No two men are alike. I once knew a man who wore his hat until he was completely undressed. That's right. Years later, his secret came out. He wore a toupee. That's right. And me, I have methods all of my own. First, you might notice I started with my sweater, then my tie, now my shirt. According to Hoyle, the next thing is my pants. But that's where I'm completely different. Me, I go for the shoes. First my left, then my right. Now, it's every man for himself. All right, what did we learn from this movie? Romantic tip number one, get undressed in front of your wife. I can do that. So, what's next?
Our next selection comes from the 1970s, and this is the classic Love Story. This was a huge box office success in the 70s, and they actually had police barricades to stop the roar of crowds from going in. This was Ryan O'Neal and Ali MacGraw's epic tale, and there is an element of tragedy within the story, but it is a classic tale, and it has the tagline, "Love means never having to say you're sorry."
Movie number two, let's go!
I forgot my key.
Jenny, I'm sorry.
Don't. That means never having to say you're sorry.
What did we learn from Love Story? Well, an interesting tip for number two, never say you're sorry. Might be challenging for me, but I'll give it a shot.
Our next selection is from the 80s, and this is an action-adventure, escapist romantic film starring Kathleen Turner and Michael Douglas. This is Romancing the Stone. It's about a romance writer, Joan Wilder, played by Kathleen Turner, who has to go to South America in order to save her sister, and she gets involved in a romance with Michael Douglas, who is a ruthless traitor and a bit of a scallywag, and of course they have a lot of passion and romance and adventure together.
Looking forward to movie number three.
Do you want to know what's crazy?
What?
I don't even know your name.
Well, you've never asked.
Excuse me, but I'd really like to know.
Colton. Jack T. Colton.
What does the T stand for?
Trustworthy.
Romantic tip number three from this movie is be a man of mystery. I'm feeling more romantic already, baby.
If you're looking for alternative fare and you don't like the mainstream choices, a movie like
Dumb and Dumber with Jim Carrey and Jeff Daniels
is exactly the movie you're looking for.
One of the funniest movies ever made.
I like you, Mary. I like you a lot. I'm gonna flat out and ask you something. And I want you to answer me honestly. What do you think the chances are a guy like you and a girl like me ending up together?
Oh, Lloyd, it's difficult to say. I mean, we hardly...
Hit me with it. Give it to me straight. I drove a long way to see you, Mary. At least you can do is level with me. What do you think my chances are?
Not good.
Not good as in like 1 out of 100?
I'd say more like 1 out of 1,000,000.
So you're saying there's a chance? Yeah!
Cut! I didn't recommend Dumb and Dumber. I'd never recommend that. I recommended Garden State. Besides, your wife hates that film.
He's right. She does hate that film. So what else you got?
And now we get to the elephant in the room. The Hallmark card of films, an epic chick flick, The Notebook, starring Ryan Gosling and the lovely Rachel McAdams. This is the one to watch for Valentine's Day, year in and year out. This will make you weep with joy, weep with sadness, and every man should be legally required to have to see this film. It's wonderful.
Film number 5, The Notebook. Let's go. Don't you take the easy way out.
What easy way? There is no easy way. No matter what I do, somebody gets hurt.
Would you stop thinking about what everybody wants? Stop thinking what I want, what he wants, what your parents want. What do you want? What do you want?
It's not that simple.
What do you want? Dang it, what do you want?
I have to go.
Where is she going? To the bathroom? I have no idea what I'm supposed to learn from this movie.
Todd, just take this movie home, put it in your DVD player, and watch it with your wife. You'll know what I mean. You'll need a pack of these to go with it.
Thanks. Let's give it a shot.
What easy way? There is no easy way. No matter what I do, somebody gets hurt.
Would you stop thinking about what everyone wants? Stop thinking about what I want, what he wants, what your parents want.
It's so sweet of you to rent this movie for me.
I've always wanted to watch this movie.
What do you want?
With you.
What do you want? What do you want?
What are you doing?
I have to go.
Nothing. Why?
You just knocked over my popcorn.
Yeah, and I'm not sorry about it either.
I'm going to bed.
So, what do you think the chances are of me and you tonight?
1 in a billion.
So you're saying there's a chance? Reporting for Shaw TV, I'm Todd Jones.